All right, Yash here. I got some people leave some questions sometimes. They're like, I'm gonna paraphrase. They're like, look, I'm awake, bro. Like, I'm super awake, but yet I don't have any motivation to like do anything. Like I gotta earn income and I gotta be a productive member in society, and I don't like want to do that. I don't even like these people in society. Another person said, yeah, they pick on me. They make fun of me. They think I'm weird. But I'm awake. Like I'm full on awake, but like I'm dealing with this stuff. Yeah, I would question the degree of awakening that your mind's telling you you have. That same power that's waking you up, it's waking the human consciousness up, it takes care of all this. You see, it takes care of all this. If you don't have any motivation, then you don't have any motivation. And if you got to earn income, you'll earn income. Maybe you don't need to. If they're getting ready to throw you out of your apartment, or if you're out, I bet you the life force is going to stimulate and you're going to find something. You see? But if you can relax for a while, you're in a situation maybe you don't have to work, chill. Let this process become more, cook a little bit. I've made a video saying these pigeons are fighting. They're like throwing down. I don't know. It happens. Like maybe the pigeon like did something he didn't like. You got to take care of it. Okay, but see, that's the thing about animals. They'll fight for a second, and then they'll just go on about their business. It's like they let that stress out and they go. Humans, though, especially nowadays, man, it's dangerous. You beat somebody down, they might come back with the gun, or it like doesn't end. Why? Because the ego's involved. Anyway, let's focus on awakening, post-awakening. Hope they don't get mad at me though, right? Because they're getting close to me. I mean, I'll throw down too. I don't discriminate. All right. So let this, like, if you can just chill for a while, do that, and let this process. Don't add a bunch of things in there to interfere with something that's taking place inside you. Try to eliminate your distractions. So if the life force is guiding you to be alone right now, then be alone. Trust the life force. This is a good measuring stick of somebody who's awakening to their nature. You realize that the life force, the vital force, it's guiding this human personality, this human bot. It's like guiding it, like it's directing it, showing it what to do. It's taking care of it. You're dialed into the essence in which even the life force is being guided by. And so you understand that the divine's taking care of everything via the life force that works through the body. It's handling stuff. See, the fear and the worry and all that comes in when the mind thinks it has to handle stuff. The mind can't figure anything out. It just can't. It just can't. It's like useless when it comes to like really figuring out some existential situations. The mind's cool, like if I want to buy a plane ticket and I go online and if I want to add how much it costs, and then you can do stuff like that. But we're talking about like, what's my true purpose in life, or where should I get a job, or how do I get rid of a chronic health issue? How's the mind going to help you? It's going to make a mess. So you trust this life force. Something, just trust it. It doesn't matter the appearance outside. See, the mind will say, I don't know though, look, you're saying trust the life force, but like I'm not going to be able to eat. I'm not even going to be able to like pay the rent. So like, how am I going to trust the life force? See? Because you just trust the life force. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to try? You can just figure it out? Okay, just figure it out then. Like, but there's a deep, at some point, through experience, through being on the planet long enough, through suffering enough, through failure, something just realizes, you know what? I just trust this power. This power is going to run my life. If I need to use the mind, it's going to impress my mind with certain thoughts to get me to go and do what I need to do. But that's why you got to see that movie, Adjustment Bureau, with Matt Damon. It shows how, like, who's running what here. You see, these rishis behind the scenes will cause certain things to happen, or impress a mind with a certain vibration and thought, and the person be, oh yeah, I think I'm going to choose to do this. Yeah, right. Now, the higher cosmic computer programmers, they're the ones responsible for you imagining that you're choosing something. But now we're getting into another video about free will and stuff. I made a video on that. If you guys are interested, just type in, do I have free will or something in my search box on my channel. All right. The other thing, the guy was worrying about, he's getting picked on. People think he's weird. Man, if you're solid inside, that just isn't going to matter. Number one. Number two, you know, if the collective society doesn't think you're weird, then you're doing something wrong. I'll say it like that. Because what the collective mainstream people are doing, it's like deep sleep. Like, it's weird. Not really, because they can't help it, but I'm just saying, if we're gonna play with the word weird, then that's weird. Thinking that all life's about is making money and paying taxes and trying to have sex and find the romantic partner that's gonna, like, make your life better, and you get drunk and, you know, eat and just be a slave to your sense pleasures and everything. That's weird. So if you're coming into the fullness of yourself and you're not doing that as much, then that's going to be weird. Because what it is you offend them. They don't know that, though. They don't call it that. Because they don't do the introspection that can actually, when they have certain insecurities and stuff that come up, they don't trace that to why it's happening. All they do is like a robot. They automatically project. And if your energy makes them feel uncomfortable, they're just going to say, you're weird. That's what they're going to do. They don't investigate. They don't like why do I feel weird around, or yeah, why do I feel uncomfortable around this person? No, ego immediately tries to save its face and just project onto you. There's something wrong with you. He's weird. And you're like, and if you say, look, bro, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I know I'm weird, by the way, but I'm not weird for the reason you think I'm weird. Let's look at that. Let's see. Why do you think I'm weird? Then they'll think you're more weird. So you get used to that. You expect it, you get used to it. If you're working somewhere that are around a bunch of collective weird people, but you stay with this awakening process that's taking place, and universe is going to put you where it needs to be. You might need to be in this situation, though, to burn out this karma. See, I used to sell cars back in Los Angeles, and it sucked, and I didn't like it, but there was nothing I could do. I would just brainstorm all the time, like, how the hell can I get out of this? I couldn't. That was the karma. It had to finish. Finally, it did. And I ended up going to the SRF ashram in Escondido. And then from there, I went to Brazil and into India and got a credit card with a bunch of money on it and just kept going. So when the karma finishes, then the next chapter begins. You can't force that. But at some point, if you stay with this, this growing presence in you and keep being aware of that, your life is going to shift and things are going to start matching that. This is law. It's just law. You can't stop it from happening. You start to get spiritual continuity in your life. Like I yeah, things match. The people I talk to, the environment I'm in, the work I do, it's just everything kind of matches, you know? Like I'm not out riding sport bikes anymore, trying to get attention, trying to get hits of validation from girls, and I'm not, you know, hanging out with people where we just sit there and talk nonsense all night. And I'm not, you know, like it doesn't match. Like that's an old lifestyle. Like it's finished. That was fun at the time, not really, but a little bit. But it's done now. So you got to go through this process, this evolutionary process, and trust it like it's taken care. Don't be so quick though to label that you've awoke. Like I'm awake now. Why is this happening? That's a sign that you need to wake up a little more, because then you'll understand why it's happening. I mean, do we get into, because it's a post awakening video, do we get into talking about like anything else? Nervous system and stuff. When we wake up to our true nature, when we start to wake up more and more to our true nature, there's not a finality about it. Like, I'm totally awake to my true nature. Boom, there'd just be a burnt mark left, right? So it doesn't happen like that. But we start to wake up more and more. The nervous system, everything, this is the best medicine for the whole body, mind, everything. Is the best medicine, because the nervous system starts to relax. This is why it's the best thing for anybody that has chronic pain or mental disorders, etc. Because it's like, I remember once I did magic mushrooms in Thailand. Was it the first time or second time? I don't remember, but super powerful. And what happened was I was thrown into a deep state of ecstasy. Oh, I had in my mind, I wanted to see, because when I would do plant medicine back then, it was my teacher. So I'd bring my list of questions, just like if I was going to visit a guru or something, and then I'd bring it to the mushrooms. Mushrooms would solve it, take care of it. I wouldn't do mushrooms to go to a rave party and all that nonsense. I don't know how people do that. So I'd use it as a true spiritual practice. And what happened was I was like, okay, one of my questions was something like, how do I quiet my mind more? All right, so then I get on the mushrooms. I can't find my mind to find the list to ask the question about how to quiet my mind. Mine was, it was gone, but I was fully conscious. It wasn't like I had Alzheimer's. No, I was fully alert, like full on, but no mind. So then there was some realization that, you know what, like that's the answer to, that answers all the questions. Like, pay attention to this presence, and then everything else like is okay. But I gotta be careful when I say that. Some of these things need attention sometimes too, right? I'm not a proponent, and I'm not trying to foster any kind of spiritual bypassing on any level, because it doesn't work. That stuff's still in there eating at you, and at some point you're gonna get called out. Life will call you out, somebody else will call you out, something will happen. You'll call yourself out. So I realized at that point, when I was in a total empty state, that having even one thought, it caused some like commotion in my nerve. I didn't want to think. It hurt to think. It happened when I was 12 and a half also, when I had that deep, peaceful experience, and it hurt to say bad words. I would say, damn, ow, shit, ow. Okay, I'm not gonna say it anymore. Because you're in a super deep state of sensitivity. So we're not going to stay like that all the time, because you couldn't function in life. But my point is, this presence, this body is housed in, this is the best, this is the highest antidepressant that you could ever take. So that helps to calm and quiet the nervous system. But here's the other side, right? Because there's always duality. This process of waking up can also cause the nervous system to spasm. And there can be a period where it makes everything worse and restless, and because energies are moving that maybe that haven't moved, and something has to, there's like a transition, an overhaul that's going through your nervous system, and that can look messy. So you have to somehow be aware of that, let that take place, try to stay grounded, do grounding things if that's happening, eat grounding foods and be in nature and jump in the cold river or something, and just try to stay grounded. Talk to people that ground you. There's certain things we can do to help that, but that's part of the process. Once things kind of get recalibrated, then things are a little more relaxed. But even then this neuroticness can also come up later again. You can have your seasons, like things are super chill, and then boom, it can hit you again. Just recognize, oh yeah, this is what's happened. Some things are just being worked out. You might have some sleepless nights, Like this is the tax for being a human being. So it's not like, whoa, I'm awake now, everything's perfect and everything's good, and like that's it. I'm just gonna laugh all day, and what's wrong with you? Don't you know? So yeah, careful if you see people that resemble that. I'd recommend changing the channel. All right, have a good day.